All right, now. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right. All right, so. All right. All right, guys. Yep, all right. All right, guys. All right. All right, so. Okay, boys. You got something to say, 40?
Yeah. Hi.
Where the hell you been, my guy? Where the hell you been? Man, I've been working, bro. Welcome back, YouTubers, Gunners, subscribers. Hear that cockiness in my voice? I'm sorry about that. I missed you guys. Yes, I did. Again, no filler. I try not to post filler. So I've got a few updates to give you on June's car. I did a lot of things behind the scenes. Is that a pause? Pause. Yeah, so I'll show you some stuff that I did behind the scenes on June's car. I think this video I'm just going to show you how I break down a transmission, basically for cleaning and prepping for paint. Now, why am I doing that? I'm probably going to sound repetitive on this. These K-Series transmissions are getting super hard to find. I saw this on a part out page, drove out to Long Island to go see Ant, picked it up. He gave it to me for $700. I think that's a steal for a 2002 to 2004 RSX Type S transmission. Now, the catch was $700, no shifter mech. The K-Series shifter mech is like so hard to find. I don't understand why a company has not taken full advantage of that and made an aftermarket shifter mech. Because if you think about it, we only had basically 02 to 04 in shifter mechs, give or take, right? You know, some people be like, "Oh, you could use the Z1." Yeah, I know. Let's just stay the course, right? Someone needs to develop. It's not me. I'm not that smart. Someone needs to develop a aftermarket shifter mech, because now the more common transmissions that we see, they are pricey too. They're about $1,200 to $1,500. Is the Z3 one, but you can't use that shifter mech. Now, also some people say, hey, you could use this bracket and do this, and I don't know, tape two midgets together and then run a leprechaun through the whole. I just want a shifter mech that I could just boop and tighten and race my car and drive my car, right? So yeah, I do miss you guys. I do miss posting content. I've had like some small final details that I've done to June's car, and thank you so much for the support. I mean, you guys are showing a ridiculous amount of love, and I love you for it. Thank you. I'll bring the car down. I'll show you some updates. Maybe I'll start from the bottom, pause, give you some updates. We'll break down this transmission. We'll start prepping it. We'll show you the do's and don'ts. And we're going to make this thing look brand new. So once this intro is over, I'll be able to fully show you how terrible this thing looks, but I'm going to save it. If you're happy that I'm back, if you're happy that there's a vlog, give me a good comment, a thumbs up. This thing's in terrible shape. What do I think about John Ruth's Ravens? He's absolutely right. Me and one of them fellas is in cahoots. What movie? Go, comment. Terrible shape. Absolutely terrible. Whoever did this must have been blind and had a silver spray can. It's all right, buddy. I'm going to clean all this up. We are going to get all this net. Why wouldn't you just take off the bracket? It's 312s. Just remove paint. Yeah, all right. So the first thing I want to do most likely is leave everything on and probably tape up this area here. Tape up anywhere where their water can be. Rough shape. We're gonna fix it. Get some brand new seals for it. This is a transmission that I'm not selling. I just wanted to get it and have it in the stash, have it ready. These are super hard to find too, these speed sensors. Yeah, so most likely I'll just start prepping the transmission first, wash it outside, and then go on from there. Now, let's talk about June's car. So, traction bar is on. We had a little bit of a situation with the powder coating, so we needed to chase that thread. Everything's on nice and clean. Guess what, guys? This car has fluids. All fluids. Now, I've got no oil leaks. I have no coolant leaks. Those lines came out stellar. I had a small leak here, but that's because this was never tightened. I completely missed that. But basically finished back here. Got fluid, brake fluid in. I have no leaks here. I had one leak here. That needed to be tightened up and snugged up a lot more. For some weird reason, but that's completely done. Back brakes, I called quits on it. June says he has a guy that's gonna help him with them. I'm done with brakes. So my goal is to at least have front brakes working somewhat. So just, you know, maybe he wants to move the car around before getting it over to his guy. I threw in the towel on these brakes. I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy. So let me bring the car down. I'm gonna try not to annoy you guys with this sound, so I'll be right back. Before I get the car even lower to show you the engine bay, I ended up starting to route this harness nice and neat. I double backed on this corner plug is double backed. A pause. Let's pause it just in case. Just for the sheer fact that you guys hate when I say pause, but more people like when I say pause. Pause. Had to clean up the surface here just to make sure we have a good ground connection. Started routing this pretty neatly here, and I just basically have this side complete. I'm waiting to do this side because I still have to run my wiring for my fans through the fender again, and I'd like to have all of that follow this same one right here. Pause on this gesture. Yes, sir. Again, I have oil, I have transmission fluid, I have coolant. Absolutely no leaks. I am beyond ecstatic about that. Thank God I don't have to go back and fix a leak. Ran the line for the brake booster, added a little shrink tube just to make that look a little cleaner, and yeah, basically went from there. Changed a few bolts around that he had for the hardware kit. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm pretty sure you can. What else did I do? Put the bar inside. So on the EKs, the dashboard is basically two pieces. You have your cage first, and then you have your nice little clean dashboard that's gray or black, right? So I told June, why don't you paint that black, take your time, clean it up. He did it in a hurry. It looks decent, looks good. Steering wheel is on. We were kind of stuck down there. Don't mind that mess. That's all going to get cleaned up because I'm still waiting to route a few wires here and there. But I don't know if you guys can see there. That knuckle had to change. Right? Track it. Yeah, right there. So that knuckle needed to be EG. Unfortunately, I had an EK one, so I had to wait a few days for that. We got it knocked out. So also remember, guys, key point. When you're doing an EG subframe, let me give you guys a better look at the steering wheel. Very nice. Purple matches, super clean. Quick release. Got it? Okay. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you're doing an EK with a K-series and you're running the EG or DC2 subframe, you have to use an EG manual rack. Now, when you use that manual rack, the diameter of that spline changes. So you need 200% an EG yoke. I said knuckle before. I'm sorry. I'm human. I make mistakes. You need a yoke. So that's completely done. Again, fluids here, fluids here. I'll begin bleeding in a couple of days once I get the car to turn on. And the only thing that's holding me back is that I'm waiting for Paul to make me a relay system with a harness that I can just simply use as a plug and play. Hopefully we'll knock that out soon. I don't know if I showed you guys the bumper. I'll show it again. June did an excellent job with this diffuser slash Mayhem metal bar. Awesome dude. Reach out to him if you're looking for one of these cool bumper support bars. But wow, does that look good. Very, very clean work. I love it. New tail lights is on. Harness is ran inside. I'm not lifting that up. You remember that damn near broke my neck. But yeah, we are trucking along. 3-minute clip. Nice. How's dinner? How's lunch treating you, bud? Harness is there. Ran the fuse box inside. Again, I know it looks like a mess, guys. I love it. I can't wait till this is all back together. I left that area open again. I took out the heater core, the blower, because I wanted to move some things around. When this is all done, it's going to look so clean, so neat. Bear with me. This is a work in progress. God, please tell me I did not lose my 10mm 1/4 inch and it's under here, because I cannot find it. I'm in big trouble. Oh my God, I'm getting scared. I can't lose a 10mm. I didn't jinx myself, right? I'm missing a 10mm. It's got blue tape around it so I don't scratch nothing. I'm so nervous. It's been gone for like 4 days. If you know, you know. He's missing. We might have to put out an SOS, man. We might have to put out an SOS. I'm picking up the camera from right here. This is exactly where I just put it down. It was in front of me the whole time, but look what it's blended in with. That's why I didn't see it. Oh my God, we thought we lost you, bud. We thought the SOS was gonna go out, bud. Don't ever scare me like that, bud. Give me the coffee. 40's here, guys. 40, say hi.
Hi, hi.
Yeah, you don't say hi. Alright, real quick. Obviously, I've got my tripod up. I'm just gonna end up stripping this transmission down. I think is the best way to do it. So I'm going to remove every bracket that I see, this wire here, speed sensor, and basically just try to tape and clog everything up from getting inside. So I'm pretty sure you guys know exactly what I'm about to do, right, 40?
You don't want to clean it?
Yeah, we're going to clean it after I take all this off. So we know that when painting something, cleanliness is everything. So using up these old gloves here. I'm going to start with a 12. Keep up with me. Let's see. I can see the camera decent. Going to take this bracket off first. I'm throwing these 12s out. 40 hates when I throw stuff out. He always says, you throw everything out. He's a hoarder. He's a hoarder, guys. The man's a hoarder. So I want to take that bracket off. Man, this is the factory holder for the RSX Type S slave cylinder line. Haven't seen one of these in a while. This guy right here. Alright. So I'll clean it now with the bolts on, but most likely when I go to paint it, all these bolts are going to be off. And don't think that it's going to split or you're going to break the seal. The factory Honda Bond's holding it up good. And also the lock is in for the gear set. So put that like right about there. There's another 12 here on this bracket. Let's see if we can help you out. Oh wow. Oh wow. How you doing, 40? You
Fine,
good?
Fine.
Fine, fine. Oh, you speak English?
Yeah.
You speak it a little bit. You speak the English. Snug that back up. Gonna have to, we're gonna end up washing this outside, so I'm gonna have to end up moving the Porsche too. You know, I'm not trying to spray anything near that car. I'm pretty sure you guys can all agree with me on that one. So 10mm here holding on this ground. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna throw that out. I should remove this hex key. No, I'll leave the hex key in here for the shifter mech. Let's remove the speedo. We're also going to remove this guy right here. Guys, be very careful with these K-Series speed sensors. They do break, and they break easily, especially from this area here. So what I like to do is twist first, make sure that that lube is kind of working, pause, and then lift up. Sometimes this one was a gift to come off this easy. Sometimes you may need to use like a flathead screwdriver and pry up. Be very careful. These are notorious for breaking in this area, and these are very expensive and very hard to find. Keep that noted. So 14 mil here on this guy. And when I do paint, I'm going to end up extracting this stud. But, like I said, I want to just remove as much stuff as possible, wash as much of the transmission as possible, and maybe I won't take out this reverse lockout quite yet. This is not reverse lockout. I believe this is for your reverse lights right here. So, this sensor, when you're in reverse, it clicks inside and then it shoots your clear reverse lights on. So I think it's pretty much ready to get washed. So I'll start, me and 40 will start closing these open areas up. I'm pretty sure you know what we're going to do. We're going to use some blue tape, maybe put a rag inside first, so even if the blue tape does break its seal, that rag is helping it. We're trying to keep as much water out of this transmission as possible, and by the next clip you'll see it outside getting washed. Hit that thumbs up. That's it, guys. It's basically prepped. So I was going to put tape over that. That's not going to work. The area is a little too greasy, whatever, right? Stuffed some shop paper towels in there, you know, those thick blue ones, pause. There's a microfiber stuffed inside of here where the gear set is. I'm fine. We're going to spray this with Simple Green outside. Going too fast, sorry. We're going to spray this with Simple Green outside. Let that stuff eat a little bit. Brush, clean, whatever we got to do. Just try to lift up. Easy, easy, cowboy.
Got it?
Open it a little bit. Wait, wait. Try it. Yeah, there you go. All right, get that. Guys, I don't know what you guys use to clean stuff like parts. I've been using Simple Green in this garage for about 4 or 5 years. Honestly, it's never done me wrong. Everyone always has great suggestions. I've tried some of it before. Some stuff is way too strong, especially for like aluminum. The Simple Green stuff is great. So on this particular case here with cleaning this one, I didn't dilute it. I want it to be as strong as possible to lift up all dirt, grime, grease, whatever the case may be, especially in that area there. So where that ball is, where the fork sits, pause. It's There's a lot of grease in that area. So we'll work on the top half first here, whatever we could see. We're not gonna flip it and clean under there. So we'll just let it sit here for about 5-10 minutes. We'll see how clean we can get this thing. Wait, 40, let it sit.
Okay.
Hey, my man,
Okay.
listen.
What?
If you're gonna rush today because you have to leave at 10, you could leave now. Weasel. Forty was afraid to take off the paint. I told him that's exactly what we want to do. We want to take off the paint so we can get this this thing all cleaned up nice and neat. Again, these bolts are going to be removed after we paint, or maybe, yeah, well, before we paint. These bolts are going to be removed, and then I'll get some fresh bolts in there. And this thing's going to look brand new. Look how disgusting it looks now, guys. Look how bad it looks. This thing is going to take shape of a unicorn mixed with Fergie and Jesus. Dude, it's something else. He got mad because I was helping him clean. He said, this is my work. I was cleaning the inside of the bell housing till this buffoon here. Yo, can I help you? Can I help?
Yeah, go ahead.
You said no before. You said this is my work.
Go ahead.
Oh, now for the camera. Easy, watch it, guy. Yeah, we're getting to it, man. Again, I'll go back to helping him clean the inside here. He's working into this area. Get some of that simple green onto a brush. Nice and easy too, guys. You don't have to really go too crazy. Once we spray some water onto this thing, it's gonna just unveil everything that we missed. But for the most part, while he's taking care of this area, I'll start working here. I normally like to use like a brass one, but I'm all out, so that's why with this one I'm just going light. If you could see that right there, it's already moving around some dirt. Oh, it's focused on this shaft here. Pause. We'll clean that too. Pause. Come on, man. If you don't like when I say pause, that was definitely a pause. It's about 30 minutes so far, guys. Not one lick of water has been sprayed on this yet. Yeah. So 40 again is taking care of that side. I ended up using this. The red scuff is awesome for the inside. Look already. There's no water on it, but look at that huge difference already. I mean, this thing, the red one works great. The gray pad is a little bit of a softer compound, softer grit. So we'll use that like for final detailing. But so far so good. I think this thing's gonna look incredible once it's painted. But we're trying to do whatever we can do not to open this transmission up, right? And we're trying to get it to look as great as possible because it's going to be a great representation of our Jesus Christ. It's gonna look good in our engine bay, bro. All right, guys, moment of truth here. We've been cleaning this thing, brushing it for about a solid 45 minutes. Look at that cleanup. Trying to protect this camera from the water. Still looks terrible. So there's 2 layers of paint on it, silver and black. So, not bad. He definitely lifted all the grease off of it. Jesus Christ. I want him to get the inside. Here we go. Yeah. This guy's not the sharpest tool in the shed, man. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Buddy, yeah, slow the water down. There you go. Slow the water down, bud. Nice. Nice. Look at that cleanup, huh? Hold on, 40, give me 1 second. Cleaned up really good. All right, so we'll give it another round of cleaning. We'll empty out that dirty bucket. We'll spray simple green again. And whatever it is that we missed, like inside there, all these edges, I think the primer's gonna do its job on this side here. It'll fill up anything that's kind of bumpy. It's gonna clean up really, really good. So, all right, he's gonna finish hosing it off. I'll use the air blower. We'll take some water off. We'll spray the simple green again. We'll let it sit, and then we'll start the cleaning process again.
You need to take your time when it comes to this. If you rush through it, you will pay for it at the end when the paint doesn't really stick too good. So keep that in mind, that patience is key on this type of job. So I use the Milwaukee, get, the big puddles out. Now I'll use the air blower. I'll go into all these crevices. The transmission is ready to be painted, believe it or not, okay? So what I want to do is I want to get all those nicks and crannies, like in here, to get all that water out. Once I have this all dried up, I'll remove these paper towels and I'll restuff it again, pause, with a cleaner paper towel and get it ready for primer. 40's cleaning that bucket because there was a lot of grease that came off of this thing. Be right back, guys. Next, I'm gonna remove all these bolts, right? And I want to remove this sensor. It's a 27 mil. Got the gun on low. Nice. Okay. So I'll remove this. I retape this. Restuffed everything with newer napkins, paper towels, whatever you want to have. I'm going to stuff that area there. 40's going to put that extension on the 12. I'm going to remove all these 12s and then zap all that off. So it's almost ready for paint. We're going to get the temperature back up. We want to shoot this like around 60 plus degrees. So let me take care of this real quick. Alright, so I'm out of primer. Got a little bit left here. Gonna end up just running the AutoZone real quick and picking some up. So I'm just gonna go with this traditional silver. I would love for it to end up looking like somewhere like this right here, this area. So I'll run to AutoZone, I'll get some primer, I'll get 2 more cans or 2 more bottles of some silver, high temp, and it should look much better than this. Final steps before painting. Ran over to AutoZone, got some fresh primer, got more paint. Acetone. I kind of did a mistake by removing that napkin and then spraying air. Grease kind of came back out. So prep is everything. As you guys noticed, real quick, the painting part is very, very easy. It's all about the prep work. So in order for all of this to look nice in a few minutes, a lot of prep work is going to be done. I'm on 2 hours of prepping this transmission. So it's only going to take about 5 minutes to paint this transmission, right? So let me go over it with some Prepsol, not Prepsol, acetone, clean everything up, and then get ready for primer. I had a little bit of primer left in 1 can. So I ended up just trying to use it as much as I can. I don't know if water came out from right here, so I'm just gonna wipe that back up. See it? Wipe that back up and then get that primer too. So if you're curious, like, hey, why didn't he take out those bolts? I have 3 new Dentine spring bolts, whatever. That's for the forks. That's for your shifting. So I have those fresh. I don't mind using those up. These also I'll clean afterwards. Don't want to risk getting any paint in here. So about 2-3 coats of primer. Let that settle in, and then we'll get some paint on it. You're doing a great job. A great job. Gonna let that touch the surface. We're not trying to be Picasso quite yet, so we'll just get the primer onto the aluminum. Most of the primer is going to fill all those imperfections up, and that's it. So 2 more coats of primer. I'll catch any spot that I missed off camera, but for the most part, try to get about 2 or 3 coats of primer. Wait about 5 minutes in between each coat. You'll start to see it fill up all these imperfections, and you're almost home.
Aki, you wanna put it that one for paint the hair? That one for paint the hair? You wanna put it there?
Paint the head? No, I'm gonna get nuevo, new.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 coats of primer, guys. It's already starting to take shape. Take a look at that. Not bad, right? That's just primer. Again, gonna wait to see some imperfections. Eventually have to flip the transmission to catch the inside of it. I'm not painting inside the bell housing. I'm referring to the where the differential is. For the most part, I'm gonna leave it like this for a couple of minutes and then turn it over. But look at that. See it starting to fill those imperfections. It's gonna look great once there's a coat on it. And coats, I'm probably gonna go with about 3. I'm hoping that this weather holds up. It's really, really cloudy.
It's raining.
Jesus Christ, this guy. I think he's probably right. Maybe I do talk too much. Yeah. Where you going?
My house.
That's it? You're done working? You finished?
No more working today. He finished today.
Here we go. Primer's been sitting for about roughly 10 minutes. Going with this half-used bottle so I could save that filled one. Pause. First coat. Oh man, I just felt rain, guys. I gotta go inside. Yep, I just felt rain. God damn it. Wow, that's gonna look really good, man. Come on, why'd you do that? Why did you do that? This is my only choice. Bring it inside as close as possible because it's starting to rain. I'm gonna spray inside and try to push all that paint out. Not trying to get anything on June's car, so yeah, I'll move it to about yonder. But man, it's starting to look great. So I kind of almost did this side here. I moved the fan forward. Let's see. Let's take it for a ride. See what happens. Sorry about the lighting, guys. You know it's always bad here. Maybe if I move this door and get the... Oh, that light's on already. All right. Let me try this. Okay, we're with me? You with me? Let's see what happens. Nice. No, it's coming in here. Yeah, you see it? Yeah, it's coming in here. That's no good for me, man. That's no good, Poppy. It's no good for me. I need to get this video out. I need to finish this transmission like now. Okay, I caught a little bit of break on the weather. It's not raining, so I ended up hitting it with 1 coat. So far, 1 coat. I'm gonna almost, I'm gonna push it inside, guys. I'm gonna save the 2nd coat for another day. But I definitely missed a few things. That's fine. I can get it back with the 2nd and 3rd coat. But so far, look at that. Take a look at that, man. That looks awesome. Let me get it in some light. Let's see all the spots we missed. Not bad. Definitely expected worse. So, 1 coat. I mean, that preparation was everything. Guys, again, don't kill me in the comments. I'm nowhere near finished. I have 2 more coats. I have these brand new from Honda, and I'm removing that stud. And I'm going to prep this shifter mech off camera, clean it up, get it ready for silver also. Maybe do a contrast of black and silver, who knows. But 1 coat. 1 coat. Looks incredible. Came out really, really good. I'm gonna try to give you guys as much close-ups as possible. Not bad. I know that definitely under there. That's not applause. A lot of primer, right? Or it needs primer. But that's super easy. I could do that at the end. Hell yeah, man. Came out looking awesome. I hope you guys learned something, man. I hope I taught you something. Teach you how to work clean. Teach you how to work efficient. You can build cars like this, you know? But for the most part, I'm done for the day. Wow. Who would ever think? Ooh, here comes the humidity too. Yeah, that's a wrap for this vlog, guys. Again, I'll try to keep you guys in the loop. Hopefully Paul will be here soon. He made this awesome harness for June's car. Remember, this car is going to almost be like a somewhat of like a weekend car show car. So I wanted him to freak some wiring on this car. So hopefully we'll be turning this car on within maybe 1 or 2 more vlogs. I'm going to order some fresh bell housing bolts for the casing. I have other fresh bolts that I could replace with. I have brand new 14 for that reverse. Brand new washers too. They're like slightly, they're real soft aluminum. But order a fresh set of detain springs for it and go from there. But I hope you guys learned something in this vlog. Hey, that P.O. box that's in my description, I know you guys are always asking which way to help. I need some hand cleaner. I need more Simple Green. And yeah, that's it. If you guys want to pay me back with all the knowledge I've shared, I have a P.O. box that people used to send gifts to, but unfortunately, I haven't really reminded anyone. I do need paper towels. I'll take Honda oil filters. I'll take Honda Bond. You know, necessary things that I use here, but I'm all out of hand cleaner. I went to AutoZone and completely forgot to buy it like a jackass, but I know you guys are always trying to include yourself into the channel. If you want to throw me something into my P.O. box, I'd appreciate it. I check it every other week and nothing's in there. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Keep gunning.